105. Listen for God's Word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis, weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
We live. We are live, and it is easy to love each and every one of you, which is why I chose that song to start off today's show. I'm Mahiri.
And I'm Shaloy.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Welcome to the comment section here on Nationwide 90 FM. It's your turn to share your thoughts and comments on trending issues. Why do we play that song? Well, it's Reggae Month, yeah? Right. Still is, as a matter of fact. It's the last
coming to
week.
an end, right?
Part of me almost feels like we should just keep doing it forever, you know, because I like having the theme transitioning into the reggae. But yeah, man, Maxi Priest, Easy to Love, that's one of my songs, man.
It's a good song.
So folks, what do you mean no song? You telling me none of you heard that? No way. What do you mean no song? You better be trolling, Inez. Inez, please tell me you're trolling. Please, is everyone hearing us? No, make sure, you know, this ain't no joke. But again, we move. Hopefully, if you aren't hearing us, we can resolve those matters real quickly. But let's get into public opinion. Shaloy, what we're gonna talk about today?
Well, Mahiri, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has officially accepted his revised salary package, moving his annual pay from approximately $9.16 million to $28 million, or $28.5 million. The decision followed a 2023 public sector compensation review that he had initially declined to accept due to widespread public backlash. And we remember that because we reported it and it was going on strong during that time.
On and on.
So, in public opinion this evening, we're asking you, what's your reaction to Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness accepting his full salary?
Now, I'll tell you what, man, I remember, just as you said, I remember when this just happened.
Yeah.
Public sector compensation review, and fun fact, parliamentarians, part of the public sector.
Yep.
They got a 200% increase, and everyone's like, what?
They went crazy.
Everyone's like,
wild.
Even parliamentarians 200%, but you can't give it to the teachers and the doctors. You know what I'm saying?
The teachers, the doctors, the nurses, the poor people. Oh,
the
God.
63.
The debate went on.
Indeed, and because it was going on, the Prime Minister said, you know what? No. I'm going to stay on my 9 million because people aren't happy about it. And if a new mandate comes, then I will take it back. Yeah. Well, guess what, folks? According to OPM, that new mandate was the general election in which the Prime Minister and his government were voted back in for a third term. And he says because of that mandate, he's taking the salary back. So that pushes him from 9 million to 28.5. But what say the public? We start off with Facebook. David Lawrence says he works for his salary, so he should be paid. Okay.
Yeah. Isaac Morrison said it is due to him.
Navlin Reed says he deserves every cent and more, the hardest working prime minister ever.
And Robert Dowdy says it is his. I don't know why he was trying to score political points by claiming not to take it. Do you think he was trying to score political points?
Well, Kinda, because
he wanted the favor of the public. That's true in a sense.
correct. But my thing is, he was the only. He's the only person that did it.
Yeah, because I think Golding took it, but he said he was going to
donate his
it
increase.
to charity. Yes.
And I know he did the first one. He didn't keep us updated, so I don't know if it's a case where he kept doing it.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to just say he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But was it for politics? I mean, yeah, because it was done because of the public backlash. So obviously you do it to quell the public.
Yeah.
You get me? But we keep going. Audley Phillips says, every other parliamentarian accepted their pay rise and he was kind enough or silly to delay his own. It's time enough to bring it online with the others.
Orlando Evans says, I'm totally agreeing with him to take it. Maureen Miles says, he works so he must get paid. He deserves every red cent of it. No doubt about that.
Andrade Baker says, his job is not an easy one, so he deserves it. So here's the thing, Stella. I just realized when I looked at the breakdown of, because it was posted in the group, so we had it. When I looked at the breakdown of the pay before and after the increase, when he kept his 9 million, he was literally making less than every other MP.
Yes.
There's no, based on the increase in the salary, there's no other MP making less than 9 million. All of them had like a base of, I think, 11.
Yeah, and upward.
Exactly. So he was the lowest paid member of parliament in the country because
That's wild, actually.
Exactly. So here's my thing, because part of the backlash is that persons are saying, and it was even mentioned in the report that he was going to take it from Melissa, but then he was like, actually no,
Right.
Melissa just happened to be
So he waited
until now. And I'm seeing persons argue that because of what's going on with Melissa, it's insensitive for him to take it now. But my thing is,
Melissa will always be going on. Melissa will be going on for a while. That's the thing. Because
Exactly.
at the end of the day, it was like
Category 5.
a Category 5 hurricane, and we're still reeling from it. People out there are still reeling from it. So the country is still trying to,
but
it's going to be a while before it cannot come like COVID in a sense where, after even COVID was 2020 essentially, but a couple of years later we still talk about COVID.
Yeah.
Melissa will kind of be the same thing.
Yeah, is there really an appropriate time to retake it? Because the argument, in my opinion, can't be that he should just never take it. Right? That's
Exactly.
ridiculous.
And it can't be Melissa.
And yeah, exactly. Because here's my thing, the money that he's going to get, the 9 going up to the 28 million, is chump change compared to the amount that is needed to do what needs to be done in the West. If they were to literally take that 28 million and put it into Westmoreland or let's say any of the damaged
Western
parishes, 28 million may sound like a lot, but in terms of the scale in which we need to fix,
it's not.
That's nothing. So you could put the entire prime minister's salary into one of them parishes. It wouldn't do as much as people think it would. We're talking about billions. US 9 billion, Favour told us is going to fix. Is going to be needed to fix it. That is not chump change. So we keep going, man.
Oh, there's a George Davis on our.
Oh, shoot. It's not our George Davis, but it is a George Davis.
And that George Davis says he deserves every dollar and should have taken it since 2023.
Arlene Kelly says long overdue and well deserved. Suzette Beckford says well deserved. And Melrose James says the work he's doing, he deserves it and should have taken it from the beginning. Okay. What says Instagram? It's kind of the same thing if you look over on Instagram.
Yeah.
Robert Gregory Luars says full-time he deserves it because he's the first hard-working prime minister. Mr. Stepper says well deserved.
Winston Tucker says the prime minister is helping out the 2 former prime ministers who came to see him about their pension.
We need to talk about that.
About that.
When it was just announced, I found it so ironic that earlier that same day, the prime minister met with Bruce Golding and PJ Patterson. Now, I didn't know this until I read the report. The release rather, but at the end it's tied to former prime ministers as well. So when the prime minister deferred his salary increase, that also meant that all the former prime ministers did not receive their salary increases either because it's tied to the sitting prime minister. So yeah, I believe Bruce Golding said based on principle, I don't fully remember, but based on principle he'll be taking 2/3 because something like that. Yeah, it wouldn't apply to him, and I think he wasn't in support or it doesn't apply to him. One of those two things. But I know we only have 3 former prime ministers that are still alive and can benefit from this salary, that being Portia Simpson Miller, PJ Patterson, and Bruce Golding. So I didn't know that, and I just thought it was kind of funny is funny to me. That's like, okay. He meets with PJ and Bruce, and
do you
then
think they like nudged him to
they're
be
like, hey man,
you know, it's
when is this gonna end, bro? The 9 million ain't enough. I don't think it's that crazy, because when you look in the release, it did say that the decision was made from last year, but it was only being implemented now because of the hurricane.
Melissa.
So it's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
But it's a very funny one, and I laughed about it for a bit. So Devon4951 says he should have done it a long time ago. Fish T2 says he deserves it. Why not?
why not? A lot of people supporting.
Yeah, and all of them actually, because on X we have two. Ernetta Reed says well deserved. Ignore the naysayers and haters. Thea Davis says well deserved. Leader of opposition is getting 25 mil without the responsibility, and that's something that came up to me, because I'm like, if he took it, if the prime minister did not defer the salary, this wouldn't have been an issue right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he would have been getting it.
Because he would have been getting it. There would have been no announcement to make that he would be getting it. So the thing is, what people need to understand is that he's one of 63 MPs. Are you more mad at the PM for taking the rest of what the other 62 else have been getting? And it's not even just the other 62, because based on your position, you get paid higher. So the Speaker of the House gets paid more than the base MP salary. Yeah. The Leader of the Opposition Deputy, also gets...
Prime Minister, all of that.
Right, so it's not everybody making I believe it was the 11 million.
11.
There are other positions. Leader of opposition, that's Mark Golding. He's one of them that gets more. The Speaker of the House, Juliet Holness, gets more. I believe he's a Deputy Prime Minister. That would be Horace Chang. He gets more than the average MP. So there's certain roles that you have that would affect how much you get. So,
and the comments are similar on our YouTube as well. Maureen McKenzie says full time. He works very hard. Shelly Ann says everyone defends their money.
Indeed. But here's my thing though. For those, I saw persons on social media outside of our public opinion saying that they don't think he should be getting that much money at all. 28 million is too high for a prime minister. And that made me think of another question, which is how much money should a prime minister be making?
Getting?
If 28 million is too high, and there's no way 9 million can be enough for the job of a prime minister. So is there like a fine line in between? We should ask that one of these days, man. How much money do you think the prime minister should earn? I feel like we'd see some people saying none. It's a civil job. You should just be doing it for it. But like, come on, man. Even if it's a little stipend, you must get something for being prime minister. But yeah, that's a question we should ask, man. Like, how much money do you think the prime minister should be paid? If 9 was too low, 28 million is too high. And I believe...
If it's a 15, there will be others saying it's still too high. And then someone say too low.
Exactly.
It
like,
can't please everybody.
I mean, 9 million, you know. That compared to, I'm sure a CEO in the private sector is making like double that.
Exactly.
Maybe even triple. But it's a very interesting discussion. And I knew when it was I told Cara. I was like, Cara, bookmark this, because when we come here next week, the whole weekend people are going to be talking about it.
So it was.
So said...
So done.
So done. So folks, that was an interesting public opinion, an interesting discussion we just had. We're going to take a quick break now, but stick with us. We'll be right back to find out what's cooking on the socials.
Persons with disabilities and their caregivers. Register on I Am Able My JCPD, the official digital platform of the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities. Created in partnership with UNICEF, the online platform makes it easy for you to connect to information, programs, and support. Sign up today at jcpd.gov.jm/IamAble or call the JCPD help desk at 876-447-0444 for assistance. The Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities, educating, advocating, empowering.
For a limited time, Home International Limited is offering a special price on select Corian colors. You can't miss this. Choose Corian for your kitchen or bathroom countertops. Corian is durable, beautiful, and long-lasting. Solid right through and no sealing necessary. Visit us at 104 Constant Spring Road or telephone 876-755-1970 or 276-6448. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
I didn't hear you leave. I wonder how am I still here?
This show is your escape, your vibe, your reset.
But I will go down with this shit.
If Urban Paradise price ever brings you peace, joy, or a little relief. Come closer.
What you won't do.
Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club today on Patreon.
You tried everything, but you don't give up.
Welcome back to the comments section. I'm Shaloy.
And I'm Mahiri.
And now we're going to see what's cooking on the socials.
Well, folks, Stephen Josephs is the co-founder of the Burn Foundation of Jamaica, and he's advocating for 40-year-old Dacia Forrester, who remains in critical condition with third-degree burns to approximately 70% of her body. Now, these burns were sustained during a dispute at a gas station in Withorn, Westmoreland, on Friday, February 19, that's last Friday, where she was allegedly doused with gasoline and set on fire. And this has absolutely been making the rounds on social media. Apparently the video has been released. Now, we would never play something like that here. Not. And I haven't watched it. And funny enough, I just wrote a news story. You glimpsed it?
Yeah, it's not a pretty thing.
I can imagine it's pretty gruesome, but it's funny because I was writing a JCF release on this same matter because 3 persons are potentially facing charges in relation to this incident, and the JCF said at the end of it, hey man, guys shouldn't be posting videos in which persons are getting severely injured.
Yeah, agreed.
So
it's not something that should be shared.
But I was seeing persons speak about, even in a taxi, like on Saturday when I was coming back from something I did on Saturday, persons were saying that based on what the fight was, based on what their interpretation of the incident was, they were saying the woman was acting in self-defense because she doused somebody that was trying to harm her.
Right, and
I don't know how much of it you saw, but can you back this up? Like,
no, so I didn't see the actual incident. What I saw was just the person on fire.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah, man. Like,
but it has been very prominent on my social media pages. A lot of the comments essentially defending the pump attendant,
right,
and not necessarily the burn victim.
Right, and it's an interesting situation too, because if what we're hearing is true and this person was acting in a manner that was aggressive towards the pump, because I'm sure they didn't just douse her for no reason.
Right.
I don't know who's in the wrong, who's in the right, because again, I haven't seen the video. I'm not trying to see that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
so what we hear,
the streets are
saying is that the woman went to the gas station to confront the pump attendant.
Right.
She was then told to leave by the manager of the gas station.
Right.
She left. She returned with her sister, and then somewhere along the line, the pump attendant doused her and all that.
Right. So again, and when I was in the taxi, persons were saying that she shouldn't be the pump attendant shouldn't be charged because she was acting in self-defense. Now, neither of us have ever been called to the bar.
Yeah, it's a very touchy story. But funny enough, Sunday I was at home scrolling and I happened to come across Mr. Joseph's TikTok, and he went on TikTok live, and he was essentially appealing to the citizens to say, listen, if you don't want to contribute, because the family members had come out to ask for funds to help pay the victims' medical bills, and other people were like, exactly. And so Mr. Joseph essentially was appealing to those citizens to say, listen, if you don't want to contribute or donate, that's fine,
but don't discourage
others. And he was saying it has been hampering
the efforts
because people are now questioning whether or not they should donate.
Right, and to wrap up this part, Stephen Joseph is somebody I know because I've covered his work in the past. When Alicia King was burnt, I was there the day they brought her from, I think, UHWI to the airport to fly her to get treatment, and I was there when she came back and was celebrating her return. So I know that Stephen Josephs and Burn Foundation do very good work, and it's obviously his mandate to advocate for all burn victims, even in this case. And
I agree with him.
Yeah, and here's the thing: if she's wrong, let's let her survive and face the music.
And I think that's also what he was saying. He says, "Listen, we get it, we understand whatever the public backlash is, but at the end of the day, we're trying to prevent essentially a murder.
Exactly.
Because, you know?
So, we'll see what happens as time progresses. But yes, you can donate to her if you can. Just hit up the Burn Foundation of Jamaica. They're trying to airlift her overseas to get what Stephen is saying is life-saving treatment. Moving on, social media often portrays 30, that's 30 years old, as the deadline for achieving career success, which many Jamaican youth define through high-end lifestyles, luxury vehicles, and immaculate houses. But what should you really have at the age of 30? This has been a topic that folks have been going on about for quite a while now.
And I think we have a video, so let us know when it's ready. But is it ready?
All right, let's take
So there's a thing on the media where people are discussing, say, what age you're supposed to have your life figured out, and the brother Charles him say, if you're 30 and you have this and that, you are a bum. There is some validity to a little bit of what him say, but I just always with him it's more about him delivery, because you know you can have these things at 28 and then life just happens, and by you reach 30 you have to start back from square one, because life is unpredictable like that. And me think say a lot of men were going through so many things and trying to just live up to this hype and this expectation of meeting these requirements, and the reality is that we're living in some unprecedented times where things are just increasingly difficult physically, emotionally, and mentally as well, especially with the youth them. And so as long as you are able to be ambitious, that you are, you know, trying to go for all of your goals them and becoming a better version of yourself, that is what I call success. So
well said, man. He spoke from the perspective of a male, which is I think important, because it's obviously with gender roles there's always two different expectations of what a woman should do at 30 versus what a man should do at 30. I'm quite a far away from 30, but my thing is, we have another video. I don't know if we'll have enough time given how much time we have right now, but I always told people, you know, even when I did that speech at Manchester High last year, I told the children in attendance, listen to me, man, there's no deadline to succeed.
And I agree.
And there really isn't. Obviously, by 30, I feel like everybody has a somewhat of a mental picture of what they should be when they reach the age of 30. But again, everyone has different circumstances. No, we're not all playing on the same level ground. Some people have it easier, some people have it harder. So there's no hard line where you can judge every single 30-year-old Jamaican.
That is true.
Some persons may have nothing at 30 and then have everything at 31.
And some people might have it, and then by 30 they lose it.
Exactly. So are you judging people based off of how quickly they get it? If I get it at 23, am I a success even if I lose it at 30?
I mean, I get the point where, you know, for example, you are expected, I guess, to have certain things or to be at a certain point in your life where you're achieving something, or you're going towards a particular goal. That's to me is what makes it make sense. Because if it's a case where you're just going to, you know, just not walk boat and not dig out and mingle, then that's a different story.
You have to have some kind of ambition, and even if you're not there yet, it's really the having ambition part for me.
Exactly.
Because you're not always gonna achieve things when you want to. Anything can happen. Hurricane Melissa can come and blow down your house and have nothing right before you reach 30, and people gonna say you're a bum.
Natural disasters, health,
COVID-19, exactly. There's too many variables, but again, I agree that at 30 you should reach at least somewhere in life, or have a plan. Even if you don't reach the plan, like just
you have a plan and you're
man.
on track to achieving that.
But life is not one size fits all, and I don't think there are no deadlines in life, man. You get everything at 30 and die at 31, then what, bro? You get everything at 30 and you live till you're 80. That's what I'm saying, Shallow. There's no deadline for success, because you don't even know how long you're gonna have the things that you killing yourself over getting, man. I think you were saying something about, people shouldn't be paying your rent at 30. I'm like, that's fair enough. I'm 24. I pay my own rent. I don't have to beg my parents for certain things. There are a lot of things I need to beg my parents for. But I don't mean I don't need their help in certain areas, and even if they want to help me. There'll be times I'm just sitting home and my mom's like, here's a shirt I bought for you. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Tell her, no, I'm an independent man? Absolutely not. Give me that shirt.
And then again, you have certain careers where you're going to need time. For example, law or
journalism.
Myri, please. Journalism is like 3 or 4 years. Okay? Please.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the long ones, like the law and the medicine, it don't take a while, a couple of years, and
Exactly, and like not everybody starts uni at 16.
Yes.
Suppose
Some
you start.
people take the time off.
Suppose you grind all your life to reach 27, and you still working on your degree when you're 30. Am I a bum?
Exactly.
Or does it not come because I'm working towards something? I don't know, man. It's an interesting.
It is.
Cindy Lynn says there are some people that work hard and just couldn't and can't make it.
Exactly.
Simple as that, man. But you know what, folks? Very interesting 2 discussions we've had here on What's Cooking on Socials. But it's time for another break. We'll be right back with more.
This station raised me. It gave me a voice. And if Nationwide has ever meant something to you, come on in. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club today on Patreon.
Turn up the heat with Hot Listing, Nationwide 90 FM's new on-air and online classifieds feature. If you have a car for sale, room for rent, or yard sale come up. If you look at work or need stuff. If you provide a service, make it a Hot Listing, Nationwide 90 FM's new on-air and online classified segment. Your listing plays again and again. From morning till evening. You sing it, we play it. You say it once, Jamaica hears it all day, every hour. Contact our sales team now at 876-630-1210 or sales at nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Hot Listings on Nationwide 90 FM, a new revolution in media.
We are winding down here on the comments section. I am Mahiri.
And I'm Shaloy.
And it's time for comment of the day. Before we get into that, people are saying, Mahiri, that's not what the guy said. Well aware of that. What we're talking about is the discussion that's taking place on social media because of what he said. The talking points that I've raised were raised by other persons reacting to him. I'm not going off of exactly what Chaz Francis said. I'm going off of what I saw on social media, reacting to what he said, because there are persons saying things even harsher than him, and there's some person saying he spoke too harshly. So what I just said a while ago is not a reaction to his words specifically, but more the discourse that came from said words. But again, it's time for comment of the day.
Mine?
Yeah, what's yours?
Mine is from Gilbert Robotham, back to the public opinion. Gilbert says politicians should be paid good so the country can attract educated people with high standards. I agree.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, especially when you take into consideration there aren't really any qualifications, quote unquote, for being MP besides winning the election. So who knows, man? That's an interesting comment. I think my comment of the day is going to be from Cindy Lynch right here. It says, Mahir, there's some people that work hard and just couldn't and can't make it, man. And honestly,
that's also true.
Sympathy to those persons, yeah? It's not life is certainly not a one size fits all thing. Everybody's got different experiences, but that no means enough have ambition. As long as you have ambition at 30, you're good in my book, man. But folks, we've come to the end of another episode of the 30 minutes done already. We say that sometimes,
every time.
We really do. It's 7:30 right now. We should be wrapping up, but there's just so much to talk about, man. So much to talk about, but we gotta wrap up. So folks, special thanks to our producer Sonia Stewart, technical engineer Andrew Glenn Anderson, and video editor Namara Williams. It's easy to love all of you, so we're serenading you tonight with Maxi Priest. Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.
This whole world I've been around, something special in you I found. You lift me up when I am down. You make it easy. Power in great moments. If you have financial needs, Chris and Charles will fix them for you. Power in great moments since 1992. We have it all. Power in great moments. Relax, you got Chris and Charles. We have it all. When
Singers, songwriters, producers, this is your chance to